Hi guys, today is Friday evening. It is 7:50 p.m. It is 7:50 p.m. It is Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. I just wanted to do, I received another card. I know it's another card. And I wanted to open it up, and I wanted to show you guys two FOs, two finished objects. I had a question. I think there's a conspiracy going on, unless I'm just the last one to know, like always, everything. You're the last one, you know, to the party, and you guys may be able to enlighten me on a couple of questions that I have. But I received some happy mail from Monica Book, B-U-C-H. She's awesome, guys. She sent me a little card last time, and she sent me some stitch markers, and they're so cute. She sent me a little chancla sandal, the flip-flop, and she sent me a couple of, oh,
that's so cute.
Thank you, Monica. I sent,
What did she say?
she said, Merry Christmas and hugs for you and your family.
Aww.
May all your dreams come true with the magic this season brings. Thank you so much. A lot of them are coming true ever since.
I started missing.
Yes, this card's gonna go on my tree.
Yes, it is.
And thank you so much. I wanted to show you guys the finished objects, this little cocoon sweater thing. Sorry about that, there was a phone call. So this is the first sweater that I was showing you guys. I made it for one of my daughters, and I wanted to show it off.
Again.
Can I cut a piece of this?
Is it still hot? So, here it is. I love it. It is comfortable. So, Andrew, hold on, Spider-Man. So this is one, and then the other one I made is in this color. Both of them are the latte cakes. This one's a little bit bigger, but it's more, and it's, the sleeves go out a little bit longer. But
Take that piece.
it was my son. So I hope they like them. So those are my two FOs. There's my son again. Now, I have a question. I think there's a conspiracy going on. I don't know. So I showed you guys this pattern, right? And it gives me a list of the yarns that I need. And I didn't think anything of it. So I went to the store the other day to Michael's, and I realized that there was 0 yarn left in the color that it calls for. And so I realized that the yarn that that the pattern calls for, that the Andrew, can you hold on a second, please? I'm almost finished. The pattern calls for buttercream, alpaca, and the color sage. So I went to Joann's and they didn't have it. I went online, and it's no longer available online at any Joann stores that I looked at. I traveled to several different ones, and even though they weren't showing that they... Andrew, can you hold on a second? He wants to be Spider-Man, and he's waiting to work on this right here, which we will. Oh, okay, it's a surprise. So anyways, I went and they didn't have it. I went to 2 different ones, and finally, when they looked at the number for that product number, which is 168000443, in the color set. They didn't have it. I'm sorry, they did. They had 6 balls, 6 left. And so I went of this one. It took an act of Congress to find this one because the one that I'm actually working on, Andrew, do me a favor and give me that back. Hold on 1 second. I'll get it. This is the first yarn that I bought. And I bought it at Michael's, and the color of it, it said sage, and I figured sage, same weight and everything with it's not the same material, right? But look at the huge difference in the color. I mean, this is sage and this is sage, and they're both a super bulky 6, and they both say, what's the color at? There we go. Sage. So they didn't have this anymore. So when I went to Joann's, I couldn't find this one at all. So I found this one and I grabbed it because once again, it's the same super bulky, and guess what color it says? Sage. Now these two are a lot closer in color than this one. See that? And guess what? This has a halo. Look at the halo. I know about halo now, Sandy. And this one has a little bit of a halo, but it's not the same. See that? Not the same. Now, I did find another one that I felt was comparable to it. And this is another super bulky 6. This is by Lion Brand. They also had it at Joann's. And look, see, these two are the two that I found that are the most compatible. If there isn't one of one, then there's this one. Now this one does not have any alpaca in it, and it's 100% acrylic. And this one is 80% acrylic and 20% alpaca. But I'll tell you what, I'll take it. If they don't have any more of this one, I was just gonna work with this one.
This one quarters mine.
So, the one thing though, that I was told is that they are no longer going to manufacture, that Joann's is no longer going to sell that yarn, that they're discontinuing it. They're not discontinuing any of the other ones. They're discontinuing that color. I guess the brown one too. I may go back so I can work on this because the pattern also calls for pipsqueak, Bernat pipsqueak in the color chocolate. Well, guess what? All the bins are empty and Amazon doesn't have it. eBay didn't have it. None of the other yarn stores that I was looking at online have it. Walmart, I couldn't find it there either. They no longer carry, no one is carrying it. So I did the next best thing that I can possibly do. I bought all of these in white, and I bought the Rit dye. Athena! Shh! Athena! Sorry about that. I might have to go in a little bit. I bought some dye, and it's the chocolate brown. That it's a chocolate brown color, and I've never dyed yarn before. I was wondering if it would be okay to make the robe first that it calls for, and then try to dye it, or should I dye it first and then make the robe? I don't know how that's gonna work. I've never done it before, but it's gonna have to work now because I'm all in. So I'm gonna make one with this yarn, with the Lion Brand yarn, see what it looks like. I'm also going to make another one with the big twist, right? Color sage. And I am going to actually then also make it with the buttercream that it calls for. And if any of you guys have any pipsqueak in the color chocolate that you wouldn't mind getting rid of and selling, please comment below and let me know. I would be very, very interested in purchasing the Pipsqueak. I bought all the white that they had available at both the Joann stores that I went to because I saw it there, and I bought the sage ones. They were hidden in different spots. I felt like I was hunting for yarn. But oh my goodness, the pattern was pulled, right? And now the yarn doesn't exist, or it's no longer available, but they're no longer going to manufacture it. I looked at Hobby Lobby and I looked at some yarn that is very compatible to this color right here, which is, and had the 80% acrylic and 20% alpaca. Guess what? Out of stock, and they're no longer going to carry it. I was thinking, I was like, oh man, Disney must have a lot of power if they actually pulled this off, or was it a huge coincidence that after they pulled that pattern, or she can't sell it anymore, you can't find it online, all of that yarn just also magically is being discontinued? Hey! Or did it all happen at the same time? Was it all concurrently happening, and it just so happened to be a huge coincidence that the pattern was being pulled, that yarn was no longer going to be manufactured, and now Allison Hoffman is, hey! I don't know what she's barking at. Very famous and popular now. And the yarn she calls for is no longer going to be available, except the almond colored Bernat blanket yarn. I was able to find some of that, no problem, at all the Joann's. That's it. That's my whole conspiracy theory thing on the yarn. Disney. The child pattern by Allison Hoffman. And I don't know. You let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Friday the 13th. Congratulations against Denise for winning that beautiful yarn that, oh my God, it is gorgeous. And ladies, at the end of that video, there is a question that I asked, so that you, and that will help allow you to, that is the way to enter to the next giveaway that I'll be having. Is it December 31st or December the 30th? You guys have a great evening. It's already 10:47, and I will talk to you guys soon. Say bye, Andrew.
Bye.
Say don't forget to like,
And
subscribe.
and hit that notification bell.